Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine.
Người yêu ơi, biết chăng một loài hoa mơ màng mang danh nhan huyền diệu, đừng quên ta, đừng quên nhau. Hoa tươi màu xanh xanh, đẹp như màu thiên thanh.
Everybody tells you alcohol is bad for you, don't drink. That you know, okay? Because you get drunk. You damage your nerves, your brain, and if you're older, the damaged brain tissue doesn't grow back. You know that. Everybody knows or not? Yeah? Well, if you do research, you know. So some people are stupid. They are young and they say they drink now because their brain tissue still can grow back. I told them when I saw it, I saw a couple of them in a bar or something. I say, wait until your brain grows back. You are already addicted and you can't change. And you just falling through the pit, going this way down all the time. Because he thinks he's young, he can drink it now, enjoy, and then he'll quit later when he's older, when his brain tissue has no chance to renew itself. But by that time, he's stuck already, no? Everybody understands, right? Yes. Cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, stick with you all your life and just get worse all the time. The more you drink, the more you want. The more you take drugs, the more you crave. The more you smoke, the less you can quit. So many young people are being cheated into this situation. But as I told you before, people are craving for love. And because of a lack of love within themselves and without themselves, people do many wrong things. And children nowadays don't have enough good guidance, don't have enough good examples from adults to follow and to anchor themselves in good behavior or good practice or good knowledge, yeah? Now, I want to tell you one more thing about alcohol. Alcohol not only damages your tissues of the brain, not only damages your heart or your blood vessels, your body functions in general. Not only that. Guess what else alcohol can ruin? Tell me. Social behavior, family? Huh? Louder? The soul? Spiritual? Spiritual what? Spiritual life? What? Connection? Okay, that also. But if you retard it in some way, then everything else follows and falls down with you. You don't think of spiritual practice anymore. But the most striking and easy, the lowest one that they can damage in you, besides the body, is your psychic power. If you had psychic power before, for example, if you can know the past, the present, or you can see something in people, or you can read their minds or something like that, or you can guess if that person is going to harm you or not harm you, it will be ruined. You will not be able to feel that anymore if you keep drinking alcohol. Your psychic power will be ruined, will be damaged, will be taken away from you. So your intuition will be, blinded. It's like a person who has eyes and slowly or quickly his or her eyes are taken away. Either gradually or immediately, it depends on how weak his eyes already are. So if you don't have big psychic power, then immediately you have none. You have very little, then it will be cut off right away. The first moment your lips touch alcohol. If you have a lot of psychic power due to your maybe previous practice, or you were born from a little higher level before this world, then it will be also taken away some or completely. It depends on how much you drink. So many masters don't explain this to you. Everybody just repeats from each other saying, okay, alcohol is bad for you, okay, and waste your money, damages your body, ruin your brain power, tissues, damage, all that. And social behavior, spiritually not a good connection, but it's just a very vague explanation. Of course, if you drink alcohol, anybody knows this doesn't agree with spiritual practice, no? Yeah. Then it's easy to guess that. But really, it damages many things. Psychic power you need. You need. Your intuition is your guardian. It will tell you about danger ahead, even though you don't even know why you suddenly don't want to drive there. Or suddenly you want to check your car exhaust. Suddenly you want to check the brakes, even though you have just had them repaired. Suddenly you don't want to talk to that person anymore. Suddenly you don't want to contact this and that person. This is your intuition voice guiding you in your life, especially after initiation and taking the 5 precepts. Your intuition is getting sharper and sharper all the time to protect you. And this intuition is also necessary so that heaven can contact you. It's like a channel for protection, for message. You see, even sometimes the angels want to tell you things, but you're blocked because of alcohol and drugs. So the channel is blocked. Even if the channel is not blocked, you don't understand a thing that they're saying. Your intuition doesn't get it. Yeah. Even myself, sometimes heaven gives me some messages. I have to take time, quiet down, and to sort it out, okay, the email. But it is because I have psychic power. If that is damaged, I could never. I bet you many of the masters in the past have been killed or tortured, including myself in my past lives, because they had not enough psychic power, not enough intuitive power to connect with heaven, to hear their warnings, to receive the messages of warnings. Many times I did not, and I ran into trouble. Many times I didn't sort out the messages on time. I ran into trouble. Well, luckily, those many times were not that life-threatening. Otherwise, I would not be sitting here. So even if you have psychic power, before I could contact heaven, I just knew something, but I didn't even know who gave it to me. Nowadays, I know which God, from which region of the original and beyond, give me that message. So I ask that God directly. It's better than sorting it out myself. But even then, sometimes, because of the karma, not my karma, other people's karma, it even blurs it out, and it takes me some really good time to get connected again with this God to us. But I have other information sources. If I couldn't contact that higher possible God, in my journey at that time, I don't mean the highest, meaning God Almighty yet, okay? The highest that I can contact at this time, beyond Yoska. Then I could ask a lower God. Not lower, but a different God, more connected with my dimension. Huh? Yeah, when I can. But last time I told you I lost 62% spiritual power. Oh, that was really, really almost like hell, I tell you. I could not contact anyone. Could not. Not even the lower gods. And I contacted the shadow world. They couldn't hear me because they're too low. I'm too high. Understand? And I'm too high but too low for the higher gods. Oh, that was really suffering a lot. And many things happened. Like people even sneaking into my private quarters in Seoul many times. I told you already. Luckily, I'm always alert and call people to come up. And they left before that. Seoul, easy to hide. So many, trees and bushes and corners. Yeah. Last time, one dog person, the smallest and troublemaking one, she always go out and hide in some bushes. And only she went away and, we had the whole working office, man, woman, went out looking for her, cannot see her. Until one of the caretakers, she used to be with her, and she saw some little moving leaves in one of the bushes. And she knew that's her because all the leaves around didn't move. Only that little corner, the leaves moved, and there was no wind. So she went in there and got her out. But it was difficult also, difficult. We had to talk to her for a long time, to coax her to come out, give her some nice stuff, promise some good vegetables, stuff like that, to tell her sweet things. Sometimes it takes half an hour. And then she comes out waking tail a little bit, licking your toes or your hand, and then, okay, whoop, immediately, you got to take her quick. Otherwise, it's just being nice and they go back inside, hide again, Have to be very quick because she's very, very quick. She's been running all her life during her 3 years of growing. So she runs faster than anyone. I bet she can win marathons more than any of the human champions to date. If the Olympics allowed a dog person to run in the marathon, I will let her win. I think she will win triple gold medals, not just one, because nobody ever ran that fast in our history of the Olympics, I'm sure.
What was the reason?
What was the reason?
Why did she run?
She's afraid of humans. She lost all her friends, her mother, father, due to people killing them. And her mother told her, don't trust any human. So she always runs away from humans. Now she doesn't. But if you let him out, sometimes she tries to hide. But she comes out now, better than before. Before she didn't come out, you didn't know where she was. That's why I fenced it all in, okay? She's afraid of humans. We are that wicked. We are that horrible, terrifying to all beings, not just that little dog person. Wow, she's so quick and slippery, Even if you catch her again, she could just run away from you. Before, the mother, the mother who I adopted ran also that quick. And even 2 meter high fence, she just puts her paw in between the hole and jumps out quickly. It took a long time to catch her. And later she came in by herself, knocking on my door. Told you already, okay? But this one, she's older. You see, the mother was only 1 year old. But this one's 3 years old. And she looks like a puppy. And I thought she belonged to the group of those puppies. So also very hard to catch her. And I had to pay 30,000 Thai baht as reward. Finally, they caught her when she was near death already. She was having high fever, and she hadn't been showing up for 2-3 days, not eating anything, not drinking anything. And that day, she came out. So she ran right into the trap, was probably hungry or thirsty because of fever. So she went into the big cage that they built for her as a trap. So they got her. And then asked them to keep her until I sent a driver. And when the driver came, she was very weak already with high fever, you know. So we called emergency doctor right away. The same doctor that had treated all my dog people, or the adopted dog people. And he gave her medicine and all that temporarily.
Ngân hà cao vời vời xanh